All right, continuing along here. And I think we're going to launch a major offensive into this area and then move to try to get Flanders eventually. I want to set up, basically take Flanders and all of these provinces all the way down to Tuscany. And that will give us almost complete control of the Mediterranean, at least the Western Mediterranean. Then we'll work on the Eastern Mediterranean. So sort of hold the line over here, but launch all the attack over here. So we're going to have to move this fleet, our best fleet, into the English Channel to prevent them from moving down reinforcements. So I want to add 2 more armies here, and then we'll go ahead and launch that offensive. Unfortunately, these provinces aren't up to speed quite yet, but they'll be there. And we're still making a ton of money, so we're just going to keep building. So we got the monastery. Now, I always like to put the cathedral in Portugal, because Portugal is sometimes very difficult to hold, at least from my experience. I've played this game before many times, and this seems to always be a very rebellious province. So we'll build the cathedral there. You only get to build one of them. So that's what we'll do. All right. See what else we can build here. I think there was a reliquary. Yes, I can build one there. And let's start building some dockyards. Let's just check each one of these provinces, make sure anything we can build. Let's just build it now while we got this huge influx of cash coming in. I'm just going to go on a massive spending spree here. And keep these provinces loyal, because I sure don't want to have to send forces down and retake them. Nothing kills an offensive worse than rebellions. And I'd also like to capture most of the provinces on the Black Sea. I call them provinces. I'm sort of used to the Roman, of course, what the Romans would refer to them as. I don't know the Latin term, but they were provinces, so I just call them provinces. Because this is, well, I guess this is during the time of the nations. You have France, England, but right at the edge of that time period when nations were formed. You sort of, you didn't have that concept until the Middle Ages. By the way, I have a history channel, so if you guys are interested in that, I can put the link in the description of this video. Or if you want to know what it is, just let me know. I'll put the link in here. Not sure. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was saying that's taken quite a long time. I like to see all my bodyguards capturing all those assassins. Now, Cyprus is where we want to pay attention to now. So let's go ahead and build some peasants there just to manage the island. And I think we can start to actually tax them a little bit. The loyalty is really good. They're the Byzantines. They have quite a few forces on there. I might have to take them out later on. We may actually take a run at Greece, too, in a little bit after we start this offensive. And if it goes well, which I hope it will, then we might just make a move on Greece, too. I want to get the Eastern Mediterranean in my hands, too, so the French can't build any more boats. Of course, we're friends right now. We shouldn't be. I really want to go to war with them. In fact, let's do that. I don't want that fleet coming down here, so we're just going to sink it. Who knows? Maybe they won't declare war. Sometimes they don't. I've noticed that in fleet engagements. Sometimes they let it go. Doesn't bother them so much. It bothered me, but apparently it doesn't bother them. The French have been excommunicated. Well, that's good. As long as it's not us. We don't care about the French getting excommunicated. All right, so let's see here. Did they declare war on us? Yep, they did. That's fine, good, because I really I don't want to give them the opportunity to build back their fleet up. We've pretty much destroyed most of it, so I really don't want to give them that opportunity. And I think we finished up some castles down here. So let's check and just add in the monasteries. Monasteries are really the key with those reliquaries. That's all I'm really building for, at least down, at least on this side of the map. I just want to get these monasteries built. You gotta keep that loyalty. And you know what? We'll build a farmland there after that's done. This province doesn't make a lot, but we'll go ahead. Why not? We're making so much money. Let's add the farmland there. And then usually I like to build out Constantinople, so we'll add some buildings here. It's going well here. Let's just check these provinces. And since Aragon is the capital, I'm going to build everything out here now. Just keep building, except for the cathedral, of course, which we're going to construct in Portugal. So in my home capital, I like to completely build that up. Every single building that's available. We're down to 4 kings, or actually 3, including the Pope. Not a lot. So yeah, obviously the French are much, much bigger. But we also have 2 fronts, big fronts going on now. And that's really the key. I want to keep as many fronts to keep their forces divided. You never want to let them consolidate in one area, so they have to basically now worry about the Eastern Front and the Western Front. That almost sounds like World War II, doesn't it? But it's not. Oh, wow. They moved quite a few forces down there. That's why I want to block the English Channel a little bit here. So they came down with quite a bit. Yeah, this is going to be a big fight. I'm going to move this army up here. We may just have to go on the offensive pretty soon. They're going to mass forces down here. We'll keep building. That's fine. We have better units. Just going to keep building up. Yeah, I mean, they have no gold shields at all, or swords, so this looks pretty good. I think we'd win these fights. Once these provinces get up to speed, we'll have like a factory going. It'll be nice. Just going to keep ending the rounds now. Oh, somebody reappeared, the Sicilians. Looks like it's the Sicilians. And Inquisition update, disturbing news. Okay. I really don't like the... Well, it's okay if it's my Inquisitor, but I don't like foreign Inquisitors. Okay, so let's get a monastery there. There. And there. Good. Increase that loyalty. We'll add a farmland here. Anything we can do here? Nope. Yeah, this is all looking good. Not sure if I actually... I mean, this is relatively undefended. I'm wondering... My gosh, they have... Yeah, this is getting serious now. I got a feeling they're going to make a run. So now this is where I got to make a decision. Let me see if I can get another army. Yes. So this, oh, thank the makers. We can get another army over here. Redeploy. And I might even take another one and put him right here. And we'll move this guy right there. Good. Okay. They want to build up here. That's fine. We're ready to take them on. And we'll redeploy this army back to Constantinople. Really got to get these provinces up to speed ASAP. Okay. Well, the offensive is going to be delayed because France has moved so many troops over there. That's going to be difficult to launch any type of attack with that type of setup going on. I mean, this is, well, they moved them out, but I don't trust it, so I'm going to just keep sending as many forces as I can over here to hold these two provinces. And meanwhile, we'll continue to attack them, their boats where we find them. Let's check the loyalty. I haven't in a while, but I think it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. So we may have to temporarily, let's see, the profits are so good. I think we have, yeah, these will give us some upgraded troops. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build an army here. Since I want to put the best units in this theater right here. You know, I think I'm going to hold off with the monastery for now. And we're just going to go on... We got the metalsmith, yeah. So we're just going to work on getting the armor in first. Same thing with this province. And this has iron. Good. Of course, I could build inferior units, but that's really not my style. I'd rather have the best units built rather than waste money on inferior units. And I'm just sometimes, I mean, obviously in an emergency situation, you have to build whatever you can. But we're not quite in an emergency right now, so I can afford to do that. Though they have massed a lot of forces over here. But they do have a problem with their fleet. And that's why I always try to win at sea. That's really the critical thing, is to win at sea. If you can win at sea, you can pretty much win this game. But if you lose at sea, obviously they can move their forces where you can't. That becomes a problem. And yes, he has a gold shield. Good. And actually, he would have a gold. He'd have a gold sword here once that's completed. Take a while, but I could actually probably hold off. But I'm gonna go ahead and build up just one army and put him right there. Looks like we're okay over here. Oh, wow. Novigrad came back. Probably not for long, but I give them credit. They're hanging in there. Okay. They actually have been hanging around for a while. Let's see the... yeah, France is at war with everybody. Those pesky French. Okay. Let's go ahead and just keep building this province up. I think we'll just work on farmland for now. And let's see. Just keep sending troops over here. So these two, now we have, what, 10 divisions? I call them divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divisions. 7. Yeah, it's about even, but I don't know what's here. I think they can move a lot more in. That's why when we launch our attack, I'm going to immediately block the English Channel right away. Fleet's looking good. I don't see... Oh, you know what? I forgot to move some boats there. That's fine. Let's link that up too. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay. See what the profits are. Still excellent. So what we're going to do is find out if there's any areas we need to build citadels. We'll get those built. Well, right here. Well, that's not done yet. Okay. Let's just check here. And here we can build a citadel. There we go. Cyprus is looking good. Let's go ahead and give him the title. Governor of Cyprus. Okay. Thanks again to Death Knight. Reminded me to do that. Alright. I think the rest of these are looking pretty good. Just make sure... Yep, that's good. I think... Okay, so in a few rounds we'll be able to start adding in the citadels. The rest of them. Oh, I forgot that one. Okay. Maybe we'll give it to this guy. Alright, good deal. He's now a 1-star. Looks like the Sicilians are gone already. That didn't last long. I think they got crushed by the French. Pretty sure. Probably the French. Pope's in trouble. Okay, we have a bunch of monasteries finished, so let's go ahead and start adding in those citadels. It costs a lot, but once again, I find it worth it. Keep everybody loyal. Sometimes I like to put, so what I do, the strategy, is to keep an army kind of centrally located if something breaks out. Syria is a really good, Syria is probably one of the best, because look how many provinces it's connected to. So I probably eventually will move an army down here. I mean, you can, if any of these provinces have issues, you can just move an army right away. So you kind of want to keep them centrally located. Constantinople's another good one. Look how many areas you can get to relatively quickly. So, well, we're just going to keep spending. I want to make sure this attack goes well, so that's why I'm sort of taking my time and building up my forces. Especially given how big they are, they could move quite a bit down. And if it goes south, what I've had to do before, I think I was actually playing the Byzantines one time, and they just had this huge army. Of course, this is expert mode, so they can just endlessly build. So I think it was, we got in this huge fight. I think I've played them several times against them. I mean, they had just expanded so quickly. A lot of times when you're playing expert mode, they're in such an advantageous position, they can overrun everything pretty quickly. And I think what happened was I was forced to, I think it was right in this area, we got in a big fight, and I lost it, and then, well, I was winning it, so you got to be careful because you don't know exactly. I mean, I could send some spies up here. I'm just being lazy, but they won it eventually. They were pushing me back, and they pushed me back down to Morocco, which is a great choke point. They couldn't take Morocco though. I stopped them, and then I was able to launch a counter because I still had control of the sea, so I was able to get a counterattack. I think I came up here and just started wiping out all of their provinces. And what I did was I just would take them over and just loot them, completely annihilate them, get the money and run. Okay, well, we're doing pretty good here. I got to remember to keep sinking their boats. Just make sure there's no French boats lingering around here. Don't see any. See if there's any other areas to upgrade here. I don't think so. Okay, looks good. And now the French are thinking about it. Oh, nope, they're not. They just attacked the Vatican. Sure, why not? Of course, I'll probably break it in a little bit. So one of the things I like to think about, so here we're just defending 2 provinces. But if I launch an attack, then we've got 1, 2, 3. Now we have to split our forces into 3. It's more territory to defend. And if we start, take Anjou, it's even worse. So it's one of the things you got to think about. I've been burned on that before. You overexpand and all of a sudden you don't have enough armies to defend what you just recently conquered. All right, I think we're going to speed this up. So we're going to go ahead and just start. I'm getting impatient, but that's fine. We're just going to start adding forces. And we'll use this province here. This one's not even close to being up to speed yet, so we'll go ahead and just use this one here. All right, so we'll get to that in the next video. I think we're going to launch the attack in the next video, hopefully.